This is Deja Vu here, and I am just putting this prelude out to give you a little heads up. There is a trigger warning with the next video that you will see that was filmed in a live stream format, and it is going to start out with, it circles into many topics, but there is certainly a plethora of trigger warnings in it. One will segue to the talking I did, the reading I did on the sorcery that I shared information on. I didn't dive too far into because I had realized I was triggering people. Because of that, my guides had me hold back. I didn't go far enough or deep enough into that. I think that you all need to look into it in case you are holding any energy that is giving you something you do not deserve. Send it back to sender. Cleanse your energy. What am I sharing in the triggering is a lumber yard in Virginia that was engulfed in flames. I went from there to the plans and the plots of what this world had planned way before what has happened from 2025 to present in the US and beyond. So the triggering could happen. This is for you to pay attention to first. I will retitle the title bar. I'm going to talk a few minutes in case anybody needs to bump in here. And I got to get my guys out and running pretty soon. They want to say hello to anyone here listening. And battle up. I'm just going to say this. And if there's anyone here who's an enemy or a hater here, my guides are blocking you. We're returning everything, but they're returning personally what needs to be returned to who it needs returned to. And you know who you are if you're here playing in my energy. So just so you know, and thank you to who did thumb up, whoever showed up. Hey, 𝐏𝐫𝐞𝐥𝐿, how are you doing? It's good to see you. I was just doing this as a prelude because the video I put out is kind of hard. Some people aren't going to want to hear what I said. And it has to do with where America is headed. And I think you probably already know. It's not looking too good for us in America. But I needed to share it. And the sorcery information. Did you catch the sorcery video I sent you over there for? Because you had the card come out that actually matched the energy that I kept on getting myself on hush, shh, don't speak. Don't say a word, right? And there are times for that, but this was the sorcerer that was doing this. So anyway, I did put out, it was inching close to an hour. And I am going to do those readings for the North and South nodes. First, I'm going to work with the light energy, the cosmic sage channel, and I think I'm going to distribute some of that on the other two for spiritual, messages for those that need it, because we're under warfare and it is getting really nasty. I just think that some people need to be reminded that they're spiritual beings before they are here in these avatars that we wear in the 3D. So how is everything going where you are? Is it cold weather there? Well, are you in California? I can't remember. 32. I think that's about where we are too. We're running our water here. And I'm a big baby. I can't take cold temperatures. But it comes through the walls where I am because it's built so badly. Oh, they're that cold in Georgia. I saw that. Was it Miami? Somewhere over there got snow. Did you get snow over there? Not in your town. We're kind of close to the mountain. So when we get the winds, I think we're getting some of those snowy kind of chills where I'm at. Maybe a little north. So are you feeling the cold air like from maybe the snow regions too? Hey Michael, how are you doing? Is it warm where you are or cold? Hey Cherry, I know it's cold where you are. I don't have to ask you that, do I? How is everything going? I hope that everything in the basement is all fixed by now, or you're getting things looked into. Then I'm glad to hear things are going better for your dad. That really was good news. Jakisha's freezing over where she is too, down in the Georgia area. Yes, I'm good. It's raining cats and dogs at the moment. Hopefully not literally. I'm kidding. Yeah, rain is good. Rain is good. It helps with the vegetation. So that's, as long as it's not too much rain. You don't need to build an ark or anything, do you? You're in the UK. Wow. Halfway through the arc. So you started on it? I don't think that you're going to want to hear the story that I put out. It was a burning lumber yard, so there's going to be so many arcs not built. He thinks he's going to pass away. He's freaking me out. So that could be the part where the pendulum was kind of going to the side for you, Cherry, where I was trying to get the answer and it was kind of acting hesitant. So it's almost like he's trying to give up, or he's afraid, or he doesn't believe. Maybe he's having trouble believing that it's not fated. Something's coming that's serious, right? But it said certainly he's fine. It might be his mental, he has to kind of like let it click, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be fine. Just keep reassuring him. He probably just needs to believe in himself. Well, I used to work at a research hospital, and it was actually a teaching hospital. Part of it was research, part of it was teaching. So the patients, some of them that were like given a diagnosis, or they would go in and out of the hospital, they would just kind of give up, even though their vitals and everything were good. Their mindset could turn them around. So they have to keep their spirits high, right? We used to be told, to keep them active or keep them involved, like so that they wouldn't like let themselves go into the darker thoughts, right? So just keep his spirits up. Remind him of things he loves, memories he loves, things, just keep him in connection, right, with those things he enjoys, family and otherwise, right? He needs to be strong. Yes, his will needs to be strong. That's what I'm speaking on, is get his will strengthened, because that's the spark. That's what keeps him thriving. Michael, what part of the UK are you in? There's so much going on over there too. I'm hearing a lot of stories, but the UK is a big place, so I'm not sure. You need to show him what he is fighting for. Yes, Cherry, I'm certain there's a lot of things that he has reason to fight for. His resolve to keep going. I mean, yeah, there are a lot of dark and terrible things going on, but there's still wonderful things here. There's still wonderful things in his family. He has you and his wife, and I don't know if you have siblings, but he has family, and he has any number of things he loves about this world. Leicester, South England. I'll have to look at the map on that. I think I recognize that, but I recognize the name, but I mean, to visualize it for myself, probably have to look at a map. But I actually have origins from that side, so you could be a cousin to me. A long lost cousin over there across the pond. Actually, for me, it's Welsh, Scottish, and Irish. Those are the areas, and then partially Russia, but that's not really close there. But some of that area, I have origins. My brother and sister don't care. It's only me and my kids. But so your grandkids really, really want to have grandpa around. So I think that he'll remember, he knows who loves him. He knows who's there for him. Have you talked to Michael, Cherry? Cherry, have you talked to Michael? Or has Michael talked to Cherry? Cherry, Michael, my apologies. Sunshine is Cherry. YouTube changes the thing where it's an @ with the name, and so it doesn't match up. So yes, this Cherry is Sunshine, same person. Yes, they do. YouTube was taking a refresher, so I don't know if it was doing the thing on the screen for you guys, but it was refreshing on me over here. 14 o'clock when I said that. So there could be Sagittarius energy in the room. I don't know if anyone has Sagittarius here. 𝐏𝐫𝐞𝐥, are you still present? Well, I wanted to let everybody know that if you are interested in the light, spiritual, uplifting guidance cards, the reading that I do with the oracles, and I might touch with some pendulum maybe, and tarot, I was going to do cosmic sage. And as well, hey 𝐏𝐫𝐞𝐥, I'm so glad you're still here. As well, has anybody heard their animal Chinese zodiac signs that I read? It is going to be the horse year very soon. Isn't that crazy? We're almost through with the snake. I think we have 3 weeks to go. Hope you're good, Cherry. And she's interested. 𝐏𝐫𝐞𝐥, Cosmic Sage, it will be open when I do it. I might not be looking down at the screen a lot, so I will try to keep up on the chat. But I'm going to carry over to the other 2 channels because I think I need to spread light to all of them. You know, good, happy, upbeat, because a lot of the dark energy has been kind of like folding into the energies that I read. I just want to make sure that everything's kind of clear. It kind of balances it out a little bit when I do that. And I am planning a whole bunch of Sagittarius readings, and then we're going to do an Aquarius. So anyone who has placements of Aquarius, I will be doing up until the 20th of March. So just before the new year, the real new year, April. So this is basically a prelude. I don't want anyone triggered. So if you click on the video and you listen to what I say on the video that I prior recorded here, it's going to be released after I get through. I do kind of like a minor auditing on it, even though I can't mess with it in any kind of editing fashion. I still do a little audit on it before I send it through. And if it's got poor audio, quality, I can then denote whether or not it's worth even sharing. But I did have it in the blanket. It might have had a little trouble. I don't know. We've had that happen here before. So hopefully it didn't happen. You're welcome, Cherry. I'd like to thank everyone who has subscribed, liked, and shared. I very much appreciate it. If anybody is interested in the topics that I prior have talked on here at this channel, please let me know. I have to watch out with what I do say, though I have spoken and shared information into politics where I try not to go too deep into it. But there are topics such as super soldiers, like the Max Spears energy that I've spoken on, and Tracy Twyman, and Behold a Pale Horse, the William Cooper book. So these are things I've talked about in the past. And Cyrus Parsa, there's a whole bunch of different things I talked about. If there's anything anyone would like me to revisit, please let me know, because when people have an interest in things, I will definitely jump on those. I was going to read the Luna where we could still go back to reading the Stepford Housewives if anybody enjoyed that. A lot of the topics have taken kind of over when I do show up. So it's like the algorithms telling me what's going on in the news, things like that. That kind of leads me to talk about other things. 𝐏𝐫𝐞𝐥, so I got your animal spirit for the Chinese zodiac, right? And Cherry, I got yours too, right? Because I am going, I'm making a list of what's going to be read on each channel so that I can kind of formulate a plan. So I know I'm talking about things here that are those channels based. I'm just kind of like filling in. This is just talk right here. So I'm not even talking deja vu topics. Right now it's just kind of like just chatting. The dragon, you're welcome. And you had a good year coming. I think I saw, for it not being your year, because dragon, it's supposed to be the opposition of dog, and dog I think was having a decent year. So I would think that dragon would not, but you got a good reading. So I have my fingers crossed that all that comes to fruition for you. The ox, thank you. You're welcome. Did I give you a meaty enough standpoint there? I'm going to, just like with any signs, I am going to revisit. You all have me getting comfortable now. My boys are probably going to get mad at me. I'm going to revisit all the signs, so it won't be just, like, because it's the beginning of the year. I'll probably now and then touch in on them if they are liked, if I see that people are indulging in them. But there was one, I want to say it was the dragon. Was it the dragon that had two wheels? I think it was the dragon. Well, I did see that also for Sagittarius. The ox, and the tiger. Maybe it was the tiger. I read the tiger too. So okay, here's what I'm going to do with the North Node and the South Node reads. I'm going to put them on one video, and then I'm going to do North and South for the signs. And I might do one video for the axis. So Like say if you're a Cancer Capricorn, it would be both signs, but North and South would be on each one. So it'd be like 4 readings in one video. And I might need to try to get some time stamping on that, but it might not be real lengthy. It just depends on what criteria we pull. And I'm gonna, what do you all think? Do you think that on the nodes, the comparison of where you were going out of 2025 to going into 2026, does that sound like something you'd be interested in hearing? Or are you more interested in hearing, like, how is it going to be your manifestations and love and finances? Are those more intricate in what you want to know, or a comparison to where you were prior, and or your spiritual ascension quest? Also, there is a part in the chart that some of you may know if you know astrology called part of fortune. And I'm wondering how many people know of that. So if you know your part of fortune, I could produce videos for that, but I need to know that there's plenty of people that know how to do that. How is it going to be? So how the year will unfold. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll look at all the intricate moving points of the year coming. So like your love, your career, your stability. If there's anything hidden from you, we'll try to get into there too. Because I think that's kind of important to know what you just don't see coming, right? It could be good. It doesn't always have to be bad. It's a good idea to always be aware no matter what we have, right? I mean, I saw the Aquarius reading I put out, and because I carry that energy, I'm like, oh no. I wasn't looking forward to a move, but it looks like it's coming. I don't know. I'm trying to shed some of my stuff, and face my materialistic, like anything that I feel owns me, right? I don't want to be owned by, consumerism is a bad thing. So I just want to have what I need, and I want to try and kind of limit things. Life has changed so much. In my 20s, it was all about, let's buy that, let's buy this, And in my 30s, it's like, oh, I have this, I have that, right? And yeah, we get older, and then now in the era we're in, it's like we realize we might not need these things. I never was as bad as those people on Hoarders, but I cannot imagine there's people like that out there still. Okay, so I am going to possibly put actually that would probably be I'll do it on both the 2 main channels that I read at. The part of fortune question, because I need to get information from people if they know their placement, because it won't do you any good if I read the part of fortune for you and you don't know where yours is. It's um, a point similar to your IC, your ascendant, your descendant, and your MC. So it's a point. So they'll know their MC, ICs, their ACs, and their DCs. Which, if I'm talking astrology talk and you don't understand that, it's probably all over your head. But if you do, that is basically your ascendant is the denoter of who you are, what you look like, and your attitude, your behaviors, things like that. And your descendant is what you're attracted to and what you're going to possibly see as a partner who you might work well with. So like the opposite of the ascendant. And the MC is your midheaven, which is where your career sector, how you're seen in the world is. Your IC is your roots, and that is generally your ancestry, but it could be the home you were raised in. And I often liken it to the codons in our blood. It's beyond just those that lived before us. It's what they left us. That's between our, our veins. It's running, coursing between our veins. That is carrying life, the life we have, right? What enriches who we are, where we come from. So part of fortune is kind of like vertex. Some of you might know what the vertex is. For instance, the vertex is a place that is significant. I'm not real good about speaking on it, but it is like a point that is significant to who you are and some kind of life-changing events that put you on a certain path. And it could be a tragedy like a tower, it could be stress, it could be like a lot of different things. And a person could trigger it coming in, like say in the synastry, it touches that part of your chart and they are the trigger point. So say you have a bad marriage, you could have somebody, it could be, this is not simple, but say you're walking down the street and somebody gets hit by a car and you're the person holding the person in the street, trying to keep them sustained until the ambulance arrives. This is the kind of thing a vortex is like. It's life-changing kind of. And my vortex point was actually kind of en route with my nodes in a way. So on a personal note for me, my vortex had decided that this is what I would do. I would try to heal myself like a 𝐏𝐫𝐞𝐥𝐮 wounded healer, and I would come out here and share my stories, and I would understand through my perceptions, because I've been through pain and different things, that I would share what I knew to help others. And that is the reason I'm on this quest, this mission that I am on. So quite literally, being a reader in a North Node, that I'm in the North Node now, which is Pisces. And for me, that's the High Priestess energy. So that's what I'm doing with my North Node. So you might want to look to your Vertex and your North Node, maybe your 𝐏𝐼RN, if you're in the healing modality of life. So I'm probably talking more astrology than some of you are comfortable with, or you even maybe understand. I don't know. But I'm giving you an idea. There are lots of places you can read on it if you're interested. So I think I'm going to leave that there. So the prelude this was about the fire at the lumber yard that I did talk on. I went into a circle with a lot of topics, and it's jarring, it's triggering, and I'm sure a lot of people won't be comfortable with it. I just want you all to know that I am not trying to trigger people, that we are not living in a time now where it is going to be easy to listen to any material that is of truth, of spiritual essence, right? And not face triggering moments. We're in a very, very dire time at this time and stage in this world. And I need to go back. I don't know if my chat is frozen. I need to go back and edit that and get that out. So I'm just going to put this out there. This was the prelude. So please bear in mind that video could be upsetting. So take it in segments if you listen to it, and or just take it in stride. Be aware. I'm not trying to purposely upset anyone. But, okay, so you're here. Okay, so we're not frozen. Okay, I probably ought to get going. We're pushing into 30 minutes. I appreciate everyone so much for coming in and liking, sharing. I only had a couple likes here, but to the two of you that did thumb up, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And yeah, touch base with me with what you like to be said, read about, spoken on over here, so I can get things moving, because I've been in kind of reading territory lately. You know, tarot reading, oracle, energy, channeling, and doing all these things. So yeah, I do want to spend time here too sometimes. So I need to kind of get a feel on what I should talk on. And hearts back to you. And Jakisha, keep your eyes open for Cosmic Sage and the other channels, and Cherry too. And I wish you, both of you and everyone here, the best. High frequency to you all. And may you have success, everything that you look for. Please be well, please be healthy, and please be safe. Do take care. Deja vu out for now.